Hello everybody, my name is Amos for Amos Yo Mixing, and I just wanted to show you a quick tutorial of a song that was just released not too long ago, and this song is titled Love Letter by the artist Sam Rodriguez and produced by my good friend Victor Encarnación. So in this tutorial, I'm just going to quickly just show you some of the reverb effects, or rather the vocal effects that I'm using for the lead vocal. And I'll just play a little bit of the verse for you, and then I'll just talk a little bit about what effects I'm using and why am I using what. So here's leading up to the second verse.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man. I got a whole lot to say, and I ain't got a plan, but I've gotten to the point where I wanna make amends. Please don't expect nothing. My only goal is peace and love, and let's just say something. I came with an apology, yeah, it was straight from it. It's on my heart, but please don't think I'm harboring something. Yeah, remember we was passing letters like kids. When life was hard, I'd always hit you up and we planned a trip.
Alright, so that's the general vibe of the song. It's a moody hip-hop kind of song, and I'm just want to go back to the mixer window in Pro Tools, and as you can see, all the orange tracks right here are the lead vocals. So the first three tracks that you can see right here, they are actually the main lead vocal, and then you can see all of the processing of the main lead vocal is actually done. I'll talk about it on another tutorial. And then you can see that the lead vocal is actually being sent to a couple of other effects that are being highlighted right here. So in this tutorial, I'm going to talk a little bit about the reverb effects and some of the delays that I'm actually using for this particular song. And probably about 9 times out of 10, a lot of the concept of the effects stays the same, even though the plugins or the different reverbs change out. So what I have got going on, let me just play the lead vocal again, now in solo, so that you can hear how does it sound by itself.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man. I got a whole lot to say, and I ain't got a plan, but I've gotten to the point where I wanna make amends.
Alright, so now let me just mute out all of the effects, and now you're just hearing a completely dry lead vocal.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man. I got a whole lot to say, and I ain't got a plan, but I've gotten to the point where I wanna make amends.
Alright, so you can hear a real stark difference. One's really bone dry and the other one is wetter. And for this particular genre, especially any kind of hip-hop genres, I need to be careful in terms of making sure that the effects are not audibly heard unless you're going for something towards that effect. In this case, I was just trying to aim for a kind of space around the lead vocal, and I came up with a couple of effects that actually helped to just support that. So the first of it, let me just talk about this doubler and this Cooper time cube that I'm using. So what I actually did was I actually took a mono lead vocal and I tried to make it slightly stereo. So I'm going to mute all the reverb and the delay for the time being, and I'm just going to play it with the doubler and the Cooper time cube, and then I'm just going to mute it out and explain a little bit about what I was trying to achieve from there. So this is with the doubler and Cooper time cube. Pay attention to how the lead vocal grows in the stereo image. So here's with it in.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you.
Alright, and here's with it out.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you.
So you can hear that without it, it's literally just razor mono. And what I'm actually trying to do with the waves doubler is that, as you can see right here, I've actually turned the pen for the first voicing and the second voicing all the way hard left and hard right. And I've actually done a little bit of delay on the left signal by 9 milliseconds and the right side by 23. And I'm also actually tuned the left side just 6 cents above, and the right side just 6 cents below. So they are about 12 cents apart. So what this does is that it helps to create a little bit of chorusing, and it just helps to create a little bit of difference as opposed to having it being the same as the main lead vocal. So as you can see, I also took out the direct signal because I didn't need that anymore. And with that, I also combined that with the Cooper Time Cube by UAD, and I'm using the vocal dimension preset. I didn't really tweak much from it. I'm just using 100% wet because I'm using this as an effect, and it just pops up as 5 milliseconds on the left and 20 milliseconds on the right. So again, adding to a little bit of what the doubler was doing in terms of the delay parameters. And I just blended a little bit of both, and you can tell that it's actually just trying to create some kind of stereo wave so that it commands more of the center attention. So let me just play it for you again with it in, and I'm going to take it out. So this is with the doubler and the Cooper time cube in.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man.
And this is with it out.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man.
So in terms of when this song is being played together with the rest of the instruments in the track, now with it being bigger and slightly taking out more space, it's going to command more of the attention. It's going to just grab the listener towards the lead vocal. And so I always like to include both the doubler and the Cooper time cube in most of my lead vocal mixes. And then following that up, I'm using a reverb. So in this case, I'm using the Verb Suite Classics by Slate Digital, and I'm using the Lexi Vocal Hall preset, as you can see right here. So I've done a little bit of EQing just to take out a little bit of the low end and also a little bit of the high end, because I want to actually try to sculpt the bandwidth of the reverb so that it's not taking up too much of the bandwidth and it's not competing with the main lead vocal. I did a little bit of pre-delay, about 14 milliseconds, and I also increased the width a little bit so that it just helps to create more of the stereo image. So here's with the reverb on.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man.
And here's with the reverb out.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man.
So you can hear that it just helps to create a space around the lead vocal while not taking up too much of what the lead vocal is actually doing. And following that up, I just did a little bit of EQ just to sculpt it to taste. Here's without the EQ.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man.
So you can hear that even with what I've got going on with the Verb Suite Classics EQ, I still needed to actually control that a little bit more. You can hear that there's a lot of low end coming from the reverb and also a little bit of mid-range that was happening and starting to clash with the lead vocal. So just by filtering out, doing a band pass filter, and then just taking out a couple of frequencies just helps me to control that a little bit more. So here's with the EQ.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man.
And without the EQ.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash.
You can hear the reverb being more audible in this case. So I just wanted to just create a space. I didn't want it to overpower the main lead vocal, so a little bit of EQ goes a long way. And then following that up, I always include a quarter note delay that just helps to trill along the entire vocal passage. I'm not automating this delay, and this delay is just more as a felt effect. So I'm not actually just doing it as a vocal throw, which I will talk about later on. And this is quarter note delay. Let me just play for you how it sounds like, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I actually did. So this is with the quarter note delay.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man. I got a whole lot to say, and I ain't got a plan, but I've gotten to the point where I want to make a man.
So in isolation, it may sound a lot. It may sound as though it's clouding out the lead vocal, but in the track, let me just pop it for you in the track.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man. I got a whole lot to say, and I ain't got a plan, but I've gotten to the point where
you don't really notice it trilling that loudly as opposed to when I had it in isolation. But what it actually does, it just helps create some kind of movement and some kind of rhythm to just help to push the vocal along. And for that, what I actually did was I start off with a de-esser just to take away some of the S's that were coming out from the lead vocal so that I don't have the S's piling up on the delay itself. And then I'm using the Soundtoys Echo Boy, and I'm using it in the single echo mode. So what I actually did was I just have it on quarter notes, just did a little bit of filtering to again control the bandwidth. I didn't need to be a full pristine kind of sound. And then after that, just following that out with EQ, pretty much the same concept as the reverb. And then with the Renaissance X, I'm actually compressing it a little bit just to bring up the tails of the delay when it starts to decay off. So here's with the effect.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man.
And without the quarter note delay.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man.
All right, so let me just bypass the Renaissance X in and out so you can hear what I'm actually trying to tell you when I'm actually trying to lengthen or bring up the tail end of the delay. So here's with the Renaissance X engaged.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man.
All right, and without the Renaissance X.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man.
You can hear that actually the delay actually dies out really fast. So what this does is that it just helps to contain it. It helps to bring up all of the quieter delay trails, and so that it just helps to compact it. The reason why I actually wanted to use the Renaissance X in this mix is because when the band or when the rest of the instruments are being played along, and if I do not have anything to just bring up the tail, then what happens is that now the tail of the decay gets clouded and it gets kind of tucked in together with the mix. So I just want this to be able to help to drive the movement along. So I just thought a little bit would help, and it did. So that's the main staple effects that I have, which is just a reverb, a quarter note delay, and then just some wave plugins, the doubler and the Cooper time cube. All right, so with that being said, I'm just gonna play everything all together in the track again so you can hear how it all comes together. So here's 2 bars before the main lead comes in.
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man. I got a whole lot to say, and I ain't got a plan, but I've gotten to the point where I wanna make amends. Please don't expect nothing. My only goal is peace and love, and let's just say something.
And if I were to take out all of the effects,
Love letter in hand, 85 on the dash. I'm coming to you, but I'm still not your man. I got a whole lot to say, and I ain't got a plan, but I've gotten to the
you can hear that the effects actually does play a big part, even though they are not really audible. They also do contribute towards the vibe and contribute towards the actual vocal sound of it. So I hope this helps you, and until next time, see you all again.